What's up, everybody? This is T-Roy here with T-Roy's Toys, and on today's episode we're going to do something I've never done before. We're going to attempt to replace the top end on this 2001 Honda Rancher 350. Now, if y'all remember in the video we did a while back, replacing the carburetor and getting this thing running, the sucker smokes. Like, she smokes really bad, and I'm no expert on this, but I'm assuming it's going to be the top end. So I bought a little kit off of eBay for like $200, and hopefully this is going to fix our problem. But anyway, let me show you how bad this thing smokes. There's our new top end. Alright guys, we're either fixing to take a four-wheeler that was running, but don't know what that was. We're either fixing to take a four-wheeler that was running and smoking really bad and fix it, or it's never going to run again. So let's see what happens. I'm going to disconnect the battery here. I know I'm removing the positive one. Most people say remove the negative, but I have so much trouble removing the negative terminal. I just do the positive. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Get ready to move the gas tank. Just throw that up there. I've already removed some of these clips. Jeez, don't break it, Troy. Before we need that. Alright, I think it's ready to come out. Oh, it is, okay. I think somebody's had this fuel tank out at one time, because if you look at there, I did not take those bolts out, and they were not there when I got this, so I think somebody's been in here before. Anyway, we'll see what we can find. I think we can remove it. Alright, here we go. Much better. Let's see what come out of there. That was interesting. Ooh, this thing's dirty. We need to clean it. Save that for another thing. Oh, now it wants to spill all the gas. All right. I'm gonna take this little shield out. Guys, I think this thing's missing a lot of hardware too. Just doesn't even look like it's bolted in. But maybe just, no, yeah, I can see it's missing some hardware. But that's what you get when you buy somebody else's problem. That's to be expected. We'll clean that before we put her back. Pull the air box, or try to. Anyway. There we go. Let's get these exhaust bolts. I've been kind of worried about these. Those of you who want to know, it's going to be a 12mm. I've already, as you can see, sprayed it with some penetrating oil. Oh. Alright. Well, that's a kind of relief. Let's make sure the other one works. My luck, that's the one that's messed up. Oh, okay. These are kind of loose, guys. A little concerning. Kind of makes me think somebody's been in here before. I wonder what we're gonna find. Alright guys, so something a little interesting. One of those came out as a whole stud, and the other one just came off as a nut. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, but you know what, I'm not going to complain, because I'm just happy it didn't put up a big fight. So anyway, I mean, if it's supposed to be like that and somebody knows, comment down below please. But anyway, we're going to keep moving on this thing. kind of rusty and crusty, but I think it's still pretty good. I'm gonna take the old carburation machine off. It's from China. I'm going to try to just move it over. Get the sucker off. I don't want to have to undo those cables again, guys. I'm trying to be lazy. I know it's probably going to bite me in the butt. But I'm going to try to just move it out of the way so I can, so I don't have to put it back together. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but she's got a lot of buildup on her. That's pretty sure that's old. Actually, I know that's old. Pretty sure I know that's old. Whew. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize if the fan in the background is annoying. But I'm in East Texas. It's hot. That fan is a necessity along with the shade. Underside. I don't see anything blatantly obvious from the get-go. I'm pretty sure it's either the rings or the valves ain't sealing. It's probably the rings if I had to guess. Well, we ran into our first little hiccup. So we're gonna have to put the engine the top dead center before we do this. And I've got to I can only use the electric starter because the pull rope's messed up. So we might have to do a little side quest and fix the pull rope, if we can. Hope so. Or this project might be delayed a little bit while I'm waiting on parts. And what I'm pulling here is a little inspection cover. It should tell me I'm on top dead center. And if I'm a lucky man, I will be. Whatever. And I do not know how well you guys can see that, but we can see the last part of Japan, so we are not at top dead center. Yay! Now we get to work on the recoil starter. As I'm getting into this, that bolt there, I did not do that, it's already there, but it does not look like that bolt. Don't you just love working on somebody else's problems? Well, alright, T-Roy, how's the bolt coming? Oh, funny you should ask. It's going great. Let's see if we can do the others like this. Whew. Guys, I had to pull some off-camera Olympics to make that happen. Alright, now let's see if we can't figure out what's wrong with this thing. Whew. Well, guys, I messed with that pull start for about over an hour, and it whooped me, guys. I ain't gonna lie, it whooped me. So I couldn't get it to work, but it didn't work before, so nothing's changed. I'm just gonna turn the motor by hand, get it to where we need it top dead center, and we're gonna push through with this. Alright, guys, I don't know how well y'all can see that, but see that little mark's pointing at that little mark, and I believe, according to what I read online, that that is top dead center. So, alright, let's start pulling ahead. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take this bolt here out. I believe it's a 12 mil. Oh! These here are 10 mil, in case any of you want to know. It's a thing. These Japanese foreign stuff like this. Of course, I guess everything nowadays is pretty much foreign. Nothing's American made, but even if it is American made, pretty much everybody's going to the metric system. So if you work on anything, say within the last 20, 30 years, you're going to need your metric tools. For those who want to know, these head bolts are 14 mil. And you want to do them slowly and in a crisscross pattern so you don't warp nothing. I think when we did the carburetor kit came with another one of those, so we might just, since we're here, go ahead and just put the new one on. That ain't good. Vice grips, don't ever leave home without them. Guys, I think we're ready to pull the head. Or the jug, or I don't know. Whatever they call it. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Carbon buildup. Yeah, guys, all in all, though, I don't know how well you guys can see that. The valves, they look good. I mean, they've got some crud on them, but they look like they're seating pretty well. So, it's probably more than likely the rings that's wrong with this. But I bought the whole thing, so we're just going to do the whole kit caboodle. They say you just want to easy does it. Don't want to break nothing. Dang old wires out the way. Alright, you are free and clear. Give you guys a good look there. I mean, the cylinder wall doesn't look too bad. I don't really, my fingers are dirty, so we'll clean it beforehand. I'll save some of this stuff. Who knows, maybe we can rebuild it for another project in the future. But yeah, you can kind of see almost like a line in there, so it's got some wear to it. But anyway, we got a whole new one, so we're good to go. Alright guys, here's the kit that we got. Got this off of eBay, and I want to say it was less than $200. Got the whole head assembly, valves, everything, new piston, new rings, even come with a spark plug, which is good because we're going to need one if you've seen the look of the other one. Dowel pin, gaskets, and a new cylinder jug. So alright, let's start getting the other stuff pulled apart. Alright, I don't know how well it's going to pick this up, but you can see it's got some orange, it's like RTV, silicone. It looks like somebody's been in here before. Pretty sure that's not factory. If I can get to go. Alright guys, we're just about ready to set the jug on there. I just wanted a little bit. I didn't want that much. I'm gonna put a little oil so the rings will glide a little bit easier. Just try to pre-lube it, I guess, as much as possible. I've already put some on the rings on the piston skirt, so we should be good to go there. Alright, let's set the jug on. Alright guys, let me put our gasket on here. There's a little bump here and a little bump that comes out here, so I think it goes this way. That was a good call. That's about centered up. Alright, let's put the jug on. Now of course one of the biggest parts here, and something I don't have a lot of, is this takes patience. You don't want to do all this work and then just come this far. Alright, I think she's seated. Well, alright guys, we are ready to reinstall the head. Biggest thing, this little tab here goes towards the back of the four-wheeler. I don't think it really matter, but that's what they said to do. That's what we gonna do. But here we are. We committed now. The biggest thing is I just want to make sure this gasket seats properly. It's got these little dowels at the bottom. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. There we go. You want to make sure that it's squished properly. Alright, get that put on. Before we go too far here, I want to just put a little bit of oil on some of this, preferably without making a mess. Just to try to lube this up a little bit because it's fresh. Alright, here we go. Rockers and valves. Alright, fix to start torquing down the head bolts. Now you want to do this in a crisscross pattern. And I didn't have a torque wrench, but I went and saw my dad the other weekend and he had one he don't really use anymore. So, and a torque wrench works really good if you go the right way. they say this one here gets 22. Trying to get some of that dirt out. Alright, let's put our valve cover back on. It's getting hot. Anyway, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's about to be expected. Well, anyway, guys, that's about it for the new parts. You've seen me take this thing apart. I'm gonna put it back together, bang the rest of it out, and then when I'm done, I'll get back with you. Whew. Well, alrighty, guys. I got her slapped back together, put back together. It's about probably 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. Took a little extra time. I wanted to wash a few of those parts. I washed the gas tank really good, and I washed the gas tank out, and I think the gas gauge did not work and had a lot of rust on it, so I just kind of wire brushed that and hoping that'll fix it. If not, might try to look into buying a new one, but that's depending if this thing runs, because if this thing does not run, guys, it's going to marketplace or it's going to the scrapyard. I'm D-U-N-N done, just done. But anyway, guys, since I tried to flush this gas tank out, let's put some fuel in it, hook the battery up. Let's see. Hopefully she runs. Hopefully she doesn't smoke anymore. If she smokes, I'm just gonna call her Marlboro, I guess if she still smokes. So anyway, let's put some gas in it. Oh, look at that, guys. I think I fixed it, even though you can barely read it. See that gas gauge move? All right, good deal. All right, guys, moment of truth. Let's hook the battery up, crank her over. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, moment of truth. Here we go. Well, it turns over. Bit. Oh, she will bust off. Alright, guys, she's running. Oh, not happy. But she's smoking, but from a different spot. I think maybe it's just the, what you call it. Hang on, let me get this thing going again. Exhaust, nothing crazy coming out the back. Turn that off. know, guys. But hey, she's running. I will take that. Let's take her around the block a little bit. Maybe it's some of that leftover oil because she smoked for so long. Maybe it's just what's left in the exhaust. Let's take her for a ride. Let's see how she does. A little hard to do that one-handed. Ooh. She smoked it from down here. But she is not smoking out the tailpipe, guys. I think she just got to burn all that stuff off of there, oil and stuff. So, well, all right, guys. Woo, guys. Well, we will call that a success. That is my first ever top-end rebuild on any kind of ATV or, you know, well, I guess I've done the head on a car before, but anyway, first top-end on an ATV. So we will call that a success. She does not smoke out of the tailpipe, and you know, beforehand it was kind of like I would smoke it for mosquitoes because it was bad. So anyway, she's smoking from other places. Maybe we'll call her Marlboro after all. But anyway, we're gonna get to keep her. But anyway, guys, I'm hot, I'm tired, I stink, I smell. Y'all better be lucky you can't smell me through here. Anyway, guys, I want to thank y'all for watching. Hope you liked this video. It was really just a lot of work for me, but it's something I need to get done. You know, need to get this project done and moved on, and need to have me a four-wheeler. Maybe next time we'll get some wheels, but I do still need to replace the front axle shaft, so that might be in an upcoming video. Anyway, guys, I want to thank y'all for watching. Remember, please like, subscribe, all that mumbo jumbo everybody else always says. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a good evening.